What's up, Fit Family? Today I'm going to show you the exact mobility routine that I'm currently doing to get my full splits. We're only doing 5 movements for 1 minute each, and it's going to be very active. So we're going to be holding front splits, holding side splits, but it's going to be very effective. I found this to be incredibly effective for improving the strength and how far I can go in my splits, all directions. So 1 minute, we're going to hold each pose. I'll give you a little introduction. The first position that we're starting is a front split. So we're going to hold this for 1 minute, and you're just going to get as low as you can. So we want to not to use our hands too much. Try to keep it as active as possible with your legs, and then just try to lower down as low as you can go, using your legs to hold you up as much as you can. If you feel pain or you're not here yet, that's fine. We can also start up higher. You can start here, you can start here, you know, a kind of triangle pose kind of position. If you can't touch the ground yet, you can use like a foam roller or a yoga block. For this first position we're going to hold, it's just a front split position. Keeping it very active, using my muscles. Now in these positions, I will move around a little bit, finding what feels best for me. I recommend you do the same. So the second position is a lizard pose. So we're just gonna take a low lunge just like this and just push out that front knee. You can stay on this front elbow, hand, or you can come down to your elbow as well. It's very important to make sure you're breathing as you go through this. Trying to use our muscles and keep it active. Not resting. You can see I'm up on my back foot. I'm not resting that knee down. This is an active stretch. I'm suspending my body in the air. That's what we're doing. This is an active mobility session. This is basically a workout. This is not some easy bullshit stretch session. This is going to be a workout. So we're going to switch sides. All you're doing is just switching which leg you had forward. Again, if you're up like this, that's fine. You can use yoga blocks for your hands. Once you're comfortable enough, you get a little bit lower. You go as low as you can in this front split position. Now, my goal with the splits is to be able to have this mobility without any warm-up. And I'm definitely not there yet. But every day I'm getting closer. Again, just trying to use our legs to keep it active. We're trying to strengthen in this lengthened position. Next one we're going to is that lizard pose. Got about 5 seconds. And so you're gonna bring that front leg in just a little bit. You're gonna stay up on that back foot and you're just gonna push out this knee. Woo! Make sure you're breathing. We're holding for this for 1 minute as well. Play around. That's all I'm doing, is I'm finding what feels good for my body. You do the same. Just try to stay up on your feet and just one hand. And try to use as little of this hand as you can. I'm trying to make those legs do the work. I'm trying to strengthen in that lengthened position. You're going to hear me say that a lot. Because being able to get the splits is not really that cool if you can't do anything in it. We want to be able to hold the splits. We want to be strong in the splits. So that's what we're training for. Cool. The next one we're going into is the side splits. So the same thing as those front splits. You're just going to get as wide as you can. This one, I'm going to allow you to keep both of your hands on the ground. So both hands down. Get those legs as wide as you can. I want you to think about driving your feet into the ground to engage your inner thighs. So we're squeezing those legs and working. Now I find it nice to sit back a little bit and squeeze my legs, to come forward a little bit, squeeze, and just trying to strengthen. If this is too much, you can always come up and just hold without any hands, but I like getting a little bit lower and use my hands. I'm not relaxing here. I'm using my muscles in my legs to squeeze that shit. From here, we're going to go to a Cossack squat. So we're just gonna sit, really get an inner thigh, and just sit in that thigh. It's almost like a combination of the lizard pose and the side splits. Again, trying to use my muscles though. So I'm thinking about driving this knee out, and I'm thinking about lengthening both of my legs out. We're holding both of these for 1 minute as well. If you need to, you can put 1 or 2 hands down. Preferably, don't. If this position is too advanced for you, you can sit on your butt. Or you can just do like this one, where you lean just a little bit. But ideally, you get all the way down, because then we even get a little bit of ankle mobility as well. If you're serious about getting your splits, you should do this every single day. We're just gonna switch sides. Switch on to the other side, Cossack squat. Trying to keep it as active as possible. I don't want you resting here. I don't want you relaxing here. I want you trying to keep it active. I want you trying to get as wide as you possibly can. Feeling that stretch and then squeezing those muscles. Woo! I'm feeling it. I'm starting to sweat just a little bit. Active Cossack squat. Strengthening in that lengthened position. We only have one more movement after this, and then we are done. Quick, routine, effective. Again, we're not relaxing. I'm squeezing. I'm thinking about pushing my leg out. Thinking about pushing my other leg out. Trying to create space in my hips. Cool. We're gonna go over to our last stretch, which is just gonna be a pigeon stretch. Although you're gonna keep it active by going up and down and using the muscles of your leg and your butt, your external rotators, to push your leg into the ground as you come up. Relax down. Use the muscles in my leg and my hip to push my body up, and then come down. Keeping it active. I'm trying to use the muscles of, since my right leg is forward, I'm trying to use the muscles of my right glute, my right hip, to drive my body up. Squeeze those muscles so they fatigue and I can strengthen in this stretch. Now I also like to keep one hand on my foot and one hand on my knee, as I can better control the stretch. Got about 5 seconds, then we're gonna switch sides for the last stretch. Get this last side. I don't know about you, but if you followed along with me, I feel damn good right now. I am way looser than when I started. And it only takes a few minutes to get an effective mobility session in. Of course, you can do this once, you can do this twice, you can do this 3 times. You want to make sure that you don't overstretch, so I would start with just once if this is your first time. And then you can follow along with me on my journey to get the splits. I'm going to get there. I won't quit until I get there. Are you with me? Let's do it together. Got about 10 seconds in this position. Again, I'm squeezing my butt, I'm squeezing my external rotators. Trying to keep it active. Cool. Great job, guys. Woohoo! That was a session. Nice and quick, nice and easy. 5 positions. You're holding for a minute each. Very effective for strengthening in our splits. I'm not quite there with with any of them really, but I'm getting closer. One day at a time, one step at a time. Thank you for joining me in this session. If you enjoyed this, give me a like, give me a comment below of what you'd like to see next, subscribe for more content, you already know what it is. I'm going to keep coming out with more stuff like this, more follow along videos, and I'm also going to start coming out with some other stuff as well. But that's for a later date. Until next time.